What's up, Change the Channel podcast listeners? My name is Megan Grace, and this is another episode of Change the Channel podcast. Welcome back to the show. On this episode, I wanted to unpack a little bit of the holidays. Now, the holidays are upon us. There is kind of that feeling of anticipation. There's less light outside with daylight savings and with us being kind of in winter. And I just wanted to create some space to normalize that which is the energy of holidays. Now, this is coming from multiple conversations that I've had with friends or people that have kind of in this passerbyness that feel, I don't know, they've mentioned, yeah, the holidays are happening and it should be fine, but ... And I just think when I think about how the holidays are sort of marketed and branded, it's this idea of happy holidays or Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or Happy Thanksgiving. All of these things set the intention of the emotion that you're quote unquote supposed to have. And this might sound like a Debbie Downer episode, but really, I want to create space at the table for many emotions to be coming through at the same time. And I remember when I was in therapy, working through some really deep stuff with my therapist, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the holidays are here and I'm about to be around family and I hardly know like what my name is. So I felt this internal worry that people were going to ask me how I was doing or what have you been up to? All of those casual questions that I just want to normalize don't feel casual to people all the time. Sometimes when it has been a rocky year, or if you're going through a season of growth, maybe a season of loss, maybe a season of expansion, maybe you're stepping into the wild unknown and you have no idea how it's going to end, or you're starting a new business venture and right now it isn't profitable, but you see the potential and you're so excited about it and you're terrified to tell anyone about it because you don't have any tangible proof. Or maybe there's been a change in your relationship status. Maybe you have welcomed a new baby, or maybe you have, broken ties with someone that you've been in a relationship with for a while. Or maybe this is the time of year when you're used to only getting an invitation for one, and it's starting to become really frustrating that you don't have that holiday Christmas card image that you can send out to people because it's you, yourself, and you. And I think that what ends up happening is when everything is marketed under an idea of happy whatever, it starts to make people that don't feel happy feel oddly on the outside. And if you know me, my favorite thing in the world to do is to pull up an extra chair, an extra plate, an extra, talking stick moment, if you will, for people that feel like they don't have a space. And so I wanted to create space and just say, wow, it's the holidays. And just leave it at that. It's the holidays. You are here. Your life matters. Your experiences matter. Your moments of sadness matter. Your moments of happiness matter. Your moments of dreaming matter. Your moments of grief matter. All of these things play into who you are as you fill your plate with food and sit up to the table. Maybe you're also someone that's deeply grieving how oftentimes holidays get essentially set over top of times of wounding for especially marginalized folks, and let's just say there's a messy history that comes with, quote, Thanksgiving. And so creating a little bit of space at the table for breath around that as well. And holding love for those that this time of year is just a reminder of being forgotten. In this moment, in my small sphere of the world that I get to speak into, I want you to know that you're seen. I see you. I hear you. I deeply feel all of that energy. And I also wanted to create space to call into celebration or remembrance any people that have lost loved ones. In this moment, I'm just sitting with the energy of each and every one of them. They might not be at the table physically with you this holiday season, but their lives and their impact and the imprint of them on the way that you move through the world will never, we can never take away what that is. So deeply loving those that we have lost, deeply celebrating those that are bravely coming up with ideas of ways to break out of the normal flow of kind of the hamster wheel and are creating new things in the world. I hear you. I hear what it feels like to have people ask, well, have you been successful yet? And it's been like 2 months. You go, okay, I'm brand new at this, and you don't want to speak anything ill over your idea before it's actually happened, but you're still a little bit unsure of how it's going to work out. And so there's this feeling of pressure to be, the author, creator, and PR representative of whatever you're doing. And so holding space for those dreams. At my table, at my energetic table with you, those dreams already live because you are taking tangible steps towards them. They were birthed in your mind. You are a success already because you are trying something new and you are going off the beaten path. You are creating music. You are building businesses. You are looking at the ways to utilize online ventures in a way that's going to be supportive for you. Maybe you have always thought of yourself as, I kick ass at sales, or I'm a healer, or I'm a doctor, and so much of this is like you set up to the table with all of this pressure and all of this profile that you've created for yourself. And that is the person that's speaking to your family, friends, whoever you're sitting with. So at this moment, at this table, I just really wanted you to know that I see you as more than your profession. I see you more than your productivity, and I see you more than the outcome of what your dreams have been or what your dreams are building into. So at this table, you get to be a success. If you are someone that just feels sad, sometimes this time of year, the weather kind of starts to change, or maybe you've had a monumental birthday and you're moving through some medical stuff, or your body doesn't quite feel like yours at this moment. And you're still trying to figure it out, and that feels uncomfortable to even know how to share that or how to be with that with your friends and family who maybe you see once or twice a year. This is permission to not have to go into the nitty-gritty of all that you've been going through for it to be a thing. Oftentimes I think, especially with invisible illnesses or undiagnosed things, there can be a lot of pressure to explain yourself. You're advocating at doctor's offices. You're trying to, try a new herbal remedy, or, you want to believe that this medication you're going to try is going to help, but you don't have tangible proof yet. And at this table, at this space that I'm sitting at with you, you do not have to prove to me that you are learning about your body as your body is giving you and sending you new signals. You just simply get to be. And I am wishing you the most love and spaciousness in your journey of learning more about this vessel that is your incredible body. Your body is not broken. Your body is not a problem. Also, if you have food allergies and you're not able to eat something that's at the table, and that creates a space of feeling a bit like an other. Yeah, just acknowledging it. I'm just here to kind of talk about all the fringe things that also come into holidays, because holidays are simply a gathering of human beings around a day that we've decided is special. And so it gets to be whatever it actually is. And if you are not in a space with people that are energetically or emotionally safe to share who and how you actually are, then this is your permission slip to not have to do that. And you can listen back to this episode and realize that out there in the world, there is a loving, wacky woman, that is me, that sees you and understands the discomfort of all of it. And also just applauds you for your bravery. So what if, instead of thinking about the holidays with whatever emotion is in front of it, or assuming that everyone is happy, what if we started our conversations with, what's lighting you up at the moment? Or what have you been most curious about lately? Or like, what things or people have you been spending time with? Or how about just, it's really good to see you, and leave it at that. So what if this holiday we leaned into being more emotionally intelligent, kind with each other, created space at the table for the cacophony of feelings and emotions, because all of them get to be. And if your body has been feeling some trepidation, some irritation, some, almost like the pitter patter of something leading up to the hustle and bustle of holidays, oftentimes that can be yours, or it can also be kind of a collective. So just know that this is a busy time energetically. This is a busy time emotionally. And in whatever space you find yourself, you are worthy of love and belonging. You are powerful, and you are not your situation. You're also not your job. You're not your relationship status. You're not your dietary restrictions. You're not the PR representative of your ventures. And you do not have to put on a brave face if, especially holidays like Thanksgiving, have wounded your lineage, ancestors, and family. It's okay for us to be with each other. And what if we got a little bit more comfortable being around someone when they're silent, or when they're not overly happy, or when they don't have something to add to the table? What if somebody just showed up and they just were, and that was actually as much as they could do, as much as they could offer in that moment? Let's be people that change the channel on worthiness around the holidays. And instead of worthiness being based on being able to put on a brave, happy face and polish your house perfectly and send out like those cute family pictures and doing all of this, even for the moms out there that are worried that you're not going to create a good enough memory for your family or for your kids. Big deep breath in, big exhale out. You are awesome. The fact that you're even worried about that means that you've probably been creating powerful memories all along the way. So let's throw down the mom guilt. Let's welcome in the multifaceted, multi-layers of being people. And if you need an episode to just remind you that who you are is perfect exactly as it is, and spoiler alert, there's a good chance that you might be even a very different person next holiday. You're not stuck in this space. You're not stuck in this role. You are growing, and your body and your mind are designed to learn and change and grow. So if you're happy, be happy. That's beautiful. If you're sad, I hold you in that. And sadness is a powerful motivator. like in the movie Inside Out, it was sadness that actually was the catalyst to bring forward community and connection. So let's not downplay the moments of sadness or grief. Grief is layered and powerful and can spring up like a well and go back underground. You can be soaring to the highs. You can feel deep in the lows. There gets to be space for all of that. So for the grievers out there, you are loved. You are seen. Ride that roller coaster well and fill your face and let someone else refill your glass for you. You've probably been doing a lot. For the moms, love you. Thank you for all that you do to create a space and a table and a home. Well, moms and dads, I guess. Parents, how about that? We'll say parents. You're doing enough. And we are deeply thankful for you, for what you do, for who you are. You are profoundly loved. And for any of the single people that are either recently single or have been single for a while and the holidays feel murky or maybe feel like a small reminder of either who you've been with before or the desire for someone else, I'm holding that hope for you and with you that a loved one that will fill your spirit, someone, whether it's in the form of friendship, partnership, all those things, that love is all around you. And even if it doesn't look like a specific, monogamous, modeled way, there is so much love in the world for you. And even if I am the only voice that says that, you're deeply loved by me. So, wow, it is holidays, my friends. Let's go forward, change the channel on who we feel we have to be as we show up during these festive times. And instead, let's lean into the beauty of authenticity, the beauty of wisdom of when and how to share who you are, and to be active listeners of the emotions that are around us. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast and for being a part of the Change the Channel fam. It's been so beautiful to speak when I feel deeply compelled and when something is just stirring in my emotional sphere. So thank you for being along for the ride of a non-linear podcast that maybe doesn't come out every week, but when it does come out, please know that it's because I've been sitting deeply in the emotions and the heart space and the rootedness and the love of what it is that I'm bringing forward, because you're worth it. So go forward, holiday season. You've got this. You've also got this podcast if you need a little bit of sanity. And I will look forward to speaking with you on the next episode of Change the Channel podcast.